Hi guys, welcome back to TedRedwood Gaming. I'm Ed, and today is episode 5 of the FC Oss save. We will be playing against Young Utrecht in the league and Excelsior in the sort of FA Cup, the Dutch FA Cup. They're in the league above. It's going to be a nightmare. Excelsior, isn't that like something from Silver Linings Playbook? Maybe? So I'll probably do that in the title. Watch this space. This episode is not sponsored by Whatsits. I wish it was. Also, for those wondering, yeah, I pretty much do wear the same clothes all the time, so apologies. So since we last met, which was the first game of the season against Helmond, we then lost to Fortuna 2-1. They kind of came back into it in the second half. There's my dog drinking. I really hope I can't be bothered to edit it out. Yeah, they came back into it in the second half. We played quite well. They sort of just hit us a couple of times real quick, which is unfortunate. But we then followed that up with a 5-1 victory against Canberra, where we just absolutely dominated. I switched up the team instructions a bit because we're dominating so much, and we managed to get a load of goals. But we're playing, I mean, you would have seen with the wingers, we've stuck with the formation, it's doing us okay. MVV, oh, they scored in the last minute. Show me the goal. Show me the goal. So yeah, they had a throw in on the right, not a lot of pressure, and they're just playing it around the box. That is filthy. It didn't even claim that it was a potential cross gone wrong. He's just fully chipped our keeper. So what can you say about that, really? Oh, and he's their left back. I didn't even notice that at the time. Finishing, or we don't know, that I've been scouted enough, but between 3 and 7, technique 8 and 11. Flair 5 to 9. I don't know if he'd be performing that chip in real life. I'd try it, and I'd do it terribly wrong. We followed that up with back-to-back wins over NEC and Roda. These were massive, massive victories. Both Roda and NEC are bigger clubs than us, as you can probably see from the attendance. Well, the attendance is, to be fair, 4,000 isn't to be sniffed at in this league. But then, unfortunately, succumbed 2-1. Succumbed? Don't know. Against Volendam, who were near the top at the time, but I think they're now top as a result. We started to come back into it in the last few minutes, but they scored a decisive goal, which really just put it beyond doubt. We didn't do too bad. We've been playing quite well. So against Utrecht, which is our first game, also quick update on the squad. We've had about 5 players leave who were on loan because they were unhappy with game time. I've had a couple of people moaning because they're pretty much stuck with the same team. So we might end up with some unhappy players. Aside from that, Kamachi's injured, but the team as it stands, so Tiandali keeps his spot right back despite Bills, if that was his name, I think that was his name, being fit now. Van Wetten direct, still in the middle. Grottenberg, I'm still playing as left back. Van der Sluis, I don't know, there's not much between them this season, but Grottenberg is just about doing better. We are trying Geordie Werman in the middle because he was moaning about a lack of game time, and I quite like him. I don't really want to lose him, so I'm giving him a few games. But he's come in place of Van Winnen. That took me a long time to find his name there. But we've also got Dogan moaning about first team football, so I've transferred him. Deckers came in, and he's moaning about like a first team football. So I need to start giving him games, but backboard is playing really well. Werman, I'm going to drop after this game if he does nothing. Wingers, we've still got De Cust and Ate, who are doing really well. I mean, in these ratings for a team of our stature, 7.16, 7.14 is great. Ate is cutting in so much from the left as well because he's technically an inside forward. So he's fulfilling sort of both roles to an extent. Attacking mid, Kamachi's injured. I was tempted to do Ton Holes, but he's a little raw. I mean, the stats are going up, which is great, but 1.5 star, he is very raw. And I just think it's a bit early for him to be coming in and sitting in there. So Halil Urbay, who's on loan from Kaiserslautern, costing us nothing, he comes in. He's probably not hugely different to Ton Holes. And we do have other options at attacking mid. Sandy Holst, I think, is still here. But I don't really want to play him because I've committed not playing him. Bakiwa carries on up front. I love this man so much. Those stats, I feel like, well, the stats are good. 3 goals, 2 assists in 7 games, 7.07. Skills are fine. I love him. But let's get into the game. It's not now. I'll bring you the game in a second. So we're into the game. We're playing Young Utrecht away, as we all know, because I've said it about 18 times. They've also got a 4-2-3-1. So I'm not sure how this is going to go. Let's hand everything over to the assistant. Give him a chance. Young Utrecht are 8th. We are currently 12th. It's amazing that last game, if we could have got a result from it, would be right up there. I think the first period has sort of gone now, unless we win every other game. But it's not likely to be our period, I suppose. I'm quite happy with how we're performing so far this season. Sorry, I've been eating what's-its, as I'm sure you're aware. Halil be on the edge of the, or pass it to back ball on the edge of the box. Ate sort of cuts inside a bit. It's forced back out wide, cross it in. Bokila's there with a header, puts it just over. Yeah, I've seen some really good football, especially from Ate and De Cust. Oh, sorry about that. From Ate and De Cust, they've been real good so far. And the goals we're conceding aren't too bad. There's nothing horrendous going on. So that's why I left it as it is. I don't know if you saw the during the team talk. Bokila's already in yellow, which is worrying. Yeah, during the team talk, 10 out of the 11 are starting and played all 7 games so far. The one that hasn't, there's been an absolute disaster from the keeper. Oh, I love it. So the cast from deep, so it's just sort of bouncing around the middle. I thought we had a bit more time to speak. The cast from quite deep, cross it into the box. It's a great ball. Bokila can't quite get there, but Marsman has a nightmare, and Bokila just passed it into the net. Yes, our attacking mid, whose name escapes me, it's over here, Halil Urbe. He's the only one that hasn't played so far, and he's just coming on loan, so it's not a surprise. We got a corner. Ate with the corner. Bounces out to De Cust on the edge of the box. Plays it back out to Ate. Has another chance to cross it in. It's cleared again, and all of a sudden, Trek look like they might have a chance. They're just sprinting away, and no one fancies putting a challenge in. Grotenberg tries and then fails. They've got it in the middle, and they've got seemingly endless resource in the middle, but there's about 3 players of ours who come in and deal with the issue. Moose hacks it away, and that Trek can start again, except they can't because their defender miscontrols now. Now Urbe runs through, puts it quite a bit wide actually from that position. It was always going to be difficult. I mean, he's not a left back with between 4 and 7 finishing, whatever it was. Oh, Wimbakila picked up a knock. It looks like a facial laceration. Imagine trying to say that really quickly. Sounds like Sean Connery. Facial laceration. Man, I need to calm down with the weirdness. I'm happy so far. It's not coming up that he's injured. It's coming up that he's booked, but let's keep it as is. So with these episodes, I'm trying to cut out a few more things when I'm explaining things before game, even during game sometimes. I just spend too long on them. And quite frankly, having watched a few other guys with sort of new FM YouTubers recently, they're all posting videos that are one game long and a bit of background, and I think it works out a lot better personally. You sort of get a bit more of the season and shorter videos, so I'm probably going to start doing the same, but we'll see. And now it's showing that Bokila is injured. They've hacked it away. I've got to stop saying hack it away long. They've got a bit of time in the middle, play it wide, and their winger just runs around Tiendali like he's not there, cross into the box, and straight at Moose, thankfully. So this is probably going to be the last one, unless it's something special for a while that will end up being 2 games in an episode. It'll make my editing easier as well, because it's really hard, even though I can get it done on train journey. It's an entire train journey just to edit one 25-minute, 20-minute video. I think the one I did today, so I don't know what episode it's going to be. 7, the first game of this season. That's the shortest video I think that has been so far in the series, and it's like 20 minutes long, and that took the whole journey.
Right, so we're making a couple changes, just people who are knackered. We'll see how that works. He doesn't really want to play centre-back. Oh yeah, he does, I've lied. He wants to be a cover though, and Van Wetten also wants to be cover, who can now be defend. And finally, Werman hasn't done anything, so Van Winnen comes on in his place. Does it bring on Deckers? No, Van Winnen, I like the partnership. I'm going to carry him as is for now.
If we get to about 80 minutes or so and things are good, 80 minutes probably too early for contain. I'm going to drop to defensive and just try and see the game out. They've only really made 1 chance. It makes you wonder if we should change at all. I'm changing it.
I probably shouldn't, but the panic is there. So we quickly need to jump into tactics. We need to stop being slightly higher. We're going to be normal. Stop looking for the overlap and stop preventing short goalkeeper distribution. And off we go.
What have they got? They've gone 3 up top. So now would be a good time to be looking for the overlap, but obviously I don't want to perish when you're 1-0 up with 2 minutes to go and they've got a free kick. Can we clear it? It's bounced back. He looked offside. He doesn't look offside. I mean, I thought this guy here, number 6, was offside. Oh, it hasn't really gone to number 6 though. It's gone to the number 4, and besides, there's someone down here on the left who was playing everyone on. I'm real sick of these late goals. Unlucky and then negative about it. I'm sick of them. I don't even know if that was to do with going defensive. Maybe you're inviting more pressure, which brings on the free kick. But my word. Late goals. Bakila's injured. He's probably out for the next game. It just could be so much better. We really should have had a win and a draw out of these games here. And all of a sudden things look great. But I'm going to have to get over it, be a man, and I'll meet you for the Excelsior game. So we are back for the Excelsior game. As we discussed, Wim Bakila is injured. I'm going to bring Van Polen, who's not had as much of a chance this season. And Roy van der Sar, not relation, comes onto the bench. That's it though. I'm going to keep everything else as is. But to be fair, Luke Deckers has just come and done the official moan about no first team football, so let's change him up. And Hussein Dogan's on the transfer list, so he can come off the bench as well. Apart from that, I'm just going to leave it as is. I don't think we realistically have a chance. It's also Backboard's return to Excelsior. I don't think we really have a chance. That was the wrong team talk. But you never know. So put what I think is the strongest team out there, Deckers aside, because I think we all know that I'm looking at the wrong side of the screen for my players. I'll learn his name eventually, Van Winnen. Van Winnen is the centre mid partner for Backboard. So I'm just going to give Deckers a couple of games. I've given the other lad a couple of games, Werman, and he's disappointed. We've had a lot of shots. I don't know if they're all long shots or not. They're from too far out to be a regular threat. That was perfect timing. I just don't. I don't know if I should be rotating my team. My team's weak enough as it is. I don't think I'd need to be rotating it and bring in personnel that are here to be backups just to keep them happy. I should just accept some unhappy players. But then everyone comes and moans about dynamics. And they put it just over the bar from a header in the box when we had 3 defenders around him, which is a slight worry. But hopefully our highlight, Grotenberg on the left with a throw-in. Halal Urbe's come very wide to get it. Grotenberg again cuts it inside for Backboard. Van Pol on the edge of the box now. It drops its way through for Van der Kust, who had a whole goal to aim for and puts it near side. Ate with a free kick on the left. Crosses for Van Pol in the middle. Heads it into the right-hand side. And Van Pol, first start of the season, gets a goal. I'm going on about Wimbakila, but really, the save so far is between him and Van Pol for MVP. Although as it's going, Ate, I can't believe I wasn't playing with wingers last season. If this is how he is going to be playing all season. Apologies if you can hear that as well. I'm sort of trying to do dinner. Pasta. Ooh. Can't go wrong with pasta. I mean, I think you can go wrong with pasta if you get pasta out and about. Very happy so far. One of my life rules. I've got a few life rules. And I'll share my my experience and knowledge with you over the course of many months and years. Is never buy pasta at a restaurant. Grotenberg on the left, straight into that. Hello Urbe could get a cross in, doesn't. We might get another shot here because Direct in the middle gives it to Backboard. Deckers, we've had a couple of little nice passing movements there, but it's not great. They've got a hold of the ball. We can't get a tackle in. They race down the right and put it just over the bar when he probably would have been better placed to chip it into the middle. I'm not complaining. I forgot we're playing a team in the league above us. It was fairly even until just now. Decker's now with a free kick on the left. Crosses it to Van Wetten, and Van Wetten now on the score sheet. Exactly the same free kick as before, except this time Deckers takes it for some strange reason. And Van Wetten just heads it. Keeper gets a hand on it, but it's not enough. And we are 2-0 up against a team from the division above. And I am stoked. I think we've got some knackered players out there, but we'll try and keep hold here. Hello, Urbe. Oh, hold on a second. Apologies for the weird cut there. My wife just got home from picking up some clothes off of Mumbai, so that's cool. Yeah, so I've completely forgotten what happened with that goal, but I was as surprised as everyone else. So, throwing on the left, Grotenberg gives it to Halil Urbe. He's come wide again, crosses it for Van der Kust. The keeper just gets nowhere near it. We had a lot of joy down this left-hand side, and Halil Urbe is starting to impress me quite a lot. He seems to move into the channels a lot more than Kamachi ever does, even though Kamachi I've often had set up as a trequartista rather than an advanced playmaker.
We are 3-0 up with 20 minutes to go, so I am going to take a couple of risky substitution moments here. So Tonholz comes on for a bit of experience in attacking mid. Hagenars comes on up front. Can never remember, you're the target man. Gosh. Yeah, the other one's potential abilities just disappeared. The one actually rated higher, so we'll see what happens there. And Deckers has done pretty well this game. Backboard probably needs a rest. Tiandali probably needs a rest. So we will bring on... Let's try and make everyone happy here. Let's bring on Werman for backboard, who likes the role a little better. And we'll just carry on with the same team instructions and whatnot.
And hope we can just see this out. But 3-0 up with 10 minutes to go. We should be home and dry. It's nice to actually get a little, let's say, a cup run. Win our only game we played in the cup. Let's see if this highlight comes to anything. So Moose from deep, knocks it long. Hagenars can't quite get something on it. It's with Excelsior now. We're sort of in a good defensive shape. We're not getting much on the ball. Grotenberg tries to clear and fails. That's pretty common in his game. But I feel like he offers a bit more going forwards, whereas Van der Soes doesn't really perform to his stats. Moose gets a save from the shot. Oh my word. Oh, I'm just saying oh my word. So the shot came in for about 20 yards. Moose spills it wide. I think they hit the post there. It all became a bit of a blur. But that looks like that is it. Excelsior with a throw with 10 seconds to go. Obviously, he can't come back from 3 goals down now. So it's really good to get a result like this. And I've had a lot of being the bigger team. Oh, Hagenars in on goal, smashes it wide. Amazing. I had a lot of being the bigger team in cup games and going out to lower league opposition. So it's nice to be that team today. You never really expect it to happen though. I kind of just hope it shows that the team's not as bad as I think they are. I don't think we've been performing that badly. I think we've been unfortunate with a couple of results, but overall, it's been pretty good. I'll leave that to the assistant. We received £30,000. That's awesome. Helps the already pretty good financial situation. 1.2 million in the bank. We're well under our wage budget, so I'm happy. So, end of the episode. If I can find where we are in the league. So we have dropped down in the league to 13th, but it is real tight in there, just like last season. A couple of wins all of a sudden boosts you up to sort of the playoff zone area. Something's happened with the rules with promotion places as well. Why do they keep changing things in this second season? Teams play second... I don't know. Oh, that's very confusing. I'll come back to you on that. I seem to understand it more as the season went on last season. But we're in 13th. Next up, we will play one... Oh, mind you, if we're going through in the cup as well, maybe we'll do 2 games again. While there are cup games, I don't just want to do individual cup games because I think the league is important this year. So next game will be whoever playing the second round and Telstar, unless things move around. But expect to see 2 games next episode. If you've enjoyed that and you want to see more of Oss, Sonic and other things, then like the video, subscribe, comment, leave your feedback, and I will see you next time. Cheers.